Just close your eyes. Know the peace within. Do you know that you are here only to know what you are exactly? Do you know that you are here only to realize that you are already that? Do you know that you are here only to know your unborn eternity? Do you know that you are never born? Do you know that you cannot die? Do you know that you are here only to know that you are neither born nor can die? Do you know what you are exactly? Do you know whatever perceived with eyes open is nothing but a dream state? Do you know that whatever objects that appear to move in space is nothing but a dream object? Do you know that all forms in space are nothing but dream forms, are not real? Do you know that you only observe the duality show? Do you know that you are yet to know the observer prior to duality show? Do you know that you are still sleeping at the duality level? Do you know that you are yet to wake up from the duality level perceived? Do you know how to remain wakeful inwardly? Do you know what is wakefulness? Do you know that wakefulness means knowing the peace within? Do you know how to know the peace within? Do you know that the peace is unmoving, unchanging? Do you know that you are only conscious at present? Do you know that you can remain conscious only inwardly by knowing the unchanging stillness within? Do you know that you are already in the source of awareness? Do you know your infinite richness? Do you know your beginningless richness? Do you know your unborn richness? Do you know your deathless richness? Do you know that you are already in the non-dual eternal reality? Do you know that you only observe the duality show? Do you know that every object in duality show is only the reflection of the light of the consciousness within? Do you know that you are neither the elements nor their movements? Do you know that you are none of the manifested duality show in space? Do you know that you are already prior to space, and all that appear in space are exclusively by the elements just now? Do you know that everything is spontaneously happening within duality? Do you know that you only observe all the happenings of the duality just now. Do you know that you need to wake up to realize that you are already that? Do you know the unmoving reality within? Do you know the unchanging reality within? Do you know that the truth can neither change nor move itself? Do you know that the truth is prior to duality? Do you know the non-dual state is the eternal state? Do you know that you are ever in the non-dual eternal state? Do you know that whatever perceived with eyes open in space are exclusively a dream state happening spontaneously by the play of the elements at an unexplainable speed? Do you know that nothing never happens to you? Do you know that you are already free from the duality show? Do you know that you are already total and complete? Do you know that you are already the wholeness, the supreme? Do you know you are unending, ever present, indescribable, ultimate reality that you are that? Do you know, at least now, that you are here only to realize what you are? Do you know that to realize what you are, you need to be conscious of yourself? Do you know that to be conscious of yourself, you need to settle inwardly? Do you know that to settle inwardly, you need to close your eyes and know the stillness within? Do you know the stillness is infinite, unending, and beginningless? Do you know that eternally, endlessly, you are ever here? Do you know whatever that is perceived is exclusively an unreal dream and not real? Do you know that you are already that and always that? Do you know that you need to remain wakeful inwardly? Only then your consciousness can wake up totally, only to realize that it is already that. At least now, know the conscious state within, which is beyond words, beyond movement, and abide in this conscious state to remain wakeful and know that only upon waking up totally you come to know that whatever perceived within duality is a dream state and not real. Know that you are only the observer and not the observed duality. Know that you are the eternal non-dual observer and not the perceived unreal dreamy duality. At least now, know the conscious state within in this stillness constantly and consistently, and wake up totally to realize that nothing never happens to you. Enough of sleeping at the identification level. Wake up consciously, totally, to realize that you are already that and always that, and nothing never happens to you, the observer.